Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ted Kocher. Today, I'd like to discuss with you the engineering design process. It's a process unique in that it allows us to develop and implement a product for our engineering clients that is safe and effective, and we can ensure those clients that it is the most safe and effective product we can give them. As such, I'd like to discuss not necessarily how to go about implementing the design process, but more so how it ensures that we provide the best product we can for our clients. So the first thing I'd like to show you today is a quick diagram that shows the steps of the process and what they are. This is just a quick diagram given by sciencebuddies.org on the engineering design process. The first step, right up here, is defining the problem. What we do there is we take the problem the client has described to us and actually write it out on paper. It's a written description, and then we can take that written description, give it back to the client to ensure that our problem that we're working on is actually the problem that the client has been trying to describe to us. Excuse me. The second step there, doing background research, allows us to establish credibility specific to this problem. Our general credibility has been established through doing an engineering or conducting an engineering degree here at the university. But specifying that research to this problem allows our credibility to be honed specific to this obstacle. The third step there is to specify and determine requirements. That is, take the problem we've defined in the first step and set metrics or ways to which we can measure the progress of our solution against that problem. This ensures that our solution is actually better than the current method by which we attack this problem. The fourth step, right here, brainstorming, evaluating, and choosing a solution are simply organic to the process such that you can actually come up with a design alternative and choose a solution. Develop and prototype a solution. This is something that this is pretty self-explanatory in that once you've selected and identified the best solution, you need to actually fabricate that solution and implement it in terms of prototypes. Once those prototypes are made, then we move down here to testing the solution. Every single design process and product that an engineering team produces needs to be tested and retested. This ensures that the products are safe and effective, and that those products we implement are the most safe and most effective products we can come up with. Provided that solution meets the requirements, we go on to communicate the results. If it doesn't, we go back up here and repeat steps 4, 5, and 6. Communicating the results, what does that look like? That looks like once I've identified and implemented my solution, I go and I tell my coworkers, I tell my community, I tell my boss what I've learned from the design process. It's a continual learning process in the engineering design world. And those learning steps, those failures, those successes need to be told such that our profession can be upheld as a profession of true dignity. The next thing I want to discuss with you, ladies and gentlemen, is that the engineering design process is truly a learning process. You'll understand that when we, as an engineering design team, often attached to other constituents such as someone who's versed in the financial world or versed in the medical world, if you're implementing a biomedical engineering design product as I would be, all of these teams and their design processes are learning situations. These products need to be produced and then tested and reevaluated such that we can redesign and reproduce these products to continue their improvement. The next visual I'd like to show you walks us through not, again, the focus of my speech, not how the design process is implemented and how it's used, but more how it allows us to select the best alternative and produce the best product for our clients that we can. Once again, there on the left, you see the steps of the design process. Define the problem, background research, specifying requirements and metrics, choosing a design, testing, and then communicating the results, both to the client and the engineering community at large. Over here on the right is actually what that step allows us to do for the process and how it ensures that we produce the best product we can. Defining the problem identifies the goal. Like I said before, that allows us to ensure that the problem we create, the problem that we're working on, is truly the problem our client or our customer has. Doing background research specifies our credibility to the goals and the problems that have been identified. Identifying requirements or metrics, that allows for our design evaluation. That is, this step in the engineering process ensures that our product is both better than the alternatives we've come up with, as well as the current method by which that problem is addressed. Here, choosing a design allows for implementation. All that does is allows for continuation of the process. We can't go on in the process without actually selecting the best alternative and running with it. Then we test the design. How does this ensure that our product is the best product we can create? Well, it ensures safety and reevaluation through trial and error processes. That is, once we've chosen a design, we have to test it. We have to drive cars over our bridges, implement a load on the doorknob we've applied to see where they fail and where they succeed. And then we actually go back through and reevaluate, redesign, and reproduce that product to fine-tune its errors. Lastly, communication of results. What function does that have? How does that play a role and hone the engineering design process such that we produce the best product we can? Well, all those fine-tuning processes we did in the last testing step, we can tell our predecessors and our successors about those in order that they can continue to produce a better product in the future. Thank you for listening today. Again, I'm Ted Kocher, and I have discussed with you the engineering design process. That is, how does that process ensure our product is the optimal product specific to the problem that's been identified by our customer? That is, we define the problem, do background research, specify requirements, brainstorm, choose and implement a solution, and then we communicate those results and our product to our fellow engineers and society at large. Thank you very much and have a great day.